Now live from his in-home studio from Merrickville, Ontario, Canada, which is literally in the middle of butt-fucking nowhere, your host from Duane's world, Duane, the boozing blogger!
Well, thank you. Thanks for that great introduction and that roaring round of applause. It's Wednesday, February 9th, so that means it's Duane's World, the podcast. Yes, Duane's World, the podcast. Remember, you can watch this podcast on YouTube, or you can hear it on Spotify or Apple, wherever you get your podcasts online, streaming. Today, we got a full show. We're going to talk some football, some Joe Rogan, of course, the truckers and other all kinds of other things. So let's get at her. Woo! All right, where to start? Oh my God, everything's happening. So here's the headlines, folks. You know what? Let's start off with something entertaining. So the New York City school boards have decided to, because the new mayor of New York City is a vegan, they have decided that on Fridays, the school board is going to serve vegan food. That's right, folks. You heard it. Vegan food for the school, for the kids in school. That's going to help them grow up to be big and strong, isn't it? What is this world coming to when we got it? You know, you got to have a special day for vegans. It's like, it's bad enough. Like, I mean, in lots of schools, you can't eat peanuts. And now you got to eat vegan food, which means you're actually, if you have a pet rabbit or gerbil or guinea pig or something else, you're actually eating their food. So that's not very nice of you to be stealing your pet's food. Oh, God. All right, moving on. All right, so anyways, we got Valentine's Day coming up. That's right. We got a day for your sweeties to get some chocolates and some loving. Maybe make them some supper or take them out for supper, you know. There's a place in Vegas right now, though, that'll give you a really extreme Valentine's present. For only $1,000, you can fly, you can get a private jet and fly around for 45 minutes having sex with your significant other. That's right, folks. Only $1,000 to join the Mile High Club in the privacy of a personal jet. Now, don't worry, because after every flight, they're changing and cleaning the bedding and everything else. So it's apparently going to be safe. It's still kind of creepy. If you're worried about the pilot watching you or anything, they're putting a blanket up between the pilot and everything else so that they can't watch what you're actually doing. This is absolutely nuts. The world is going crazy. But hey, if you want to join the Mile High Club, you got an extra $1,000 to spend for 45 minutes of time. I wouldn't need the 45 minutes. I wonder if I could get a discount. Anyway, moving on. Got football playoffs. Or we got the Super Bowl. This coming Sunday between the Rams and the Bengals. It's going to be a good game, I think, folks. I hope, anyways. If the way the playoffs have been running, there have been so many great games during this playoff run. So I'm really hoping we finish with a bang. I hope it's really not a dud. I'm not a fan of any of the halftime show. I hate hip hop. Always have hated hip hop. But that's what the halftime show is basically is. So I'm going to watch the Dave Grohl live Facebook live feed where the Foo Fighters are playing during halftime on Facebook Live, because I would much rather listen to Dave Grohl than Snoop Dogg or Eminem or any of those other hip hop artists. Yeah, I'd just rather that. But to me personally, Super Bowl is the greatest day of the year. It absolutely is. It's better than, for me, it's better than Christmas, my birthday, everything else. It's just a day to sit back, drink beer, eat wings, or eat whatever in the hell else you want, Chinese food, whatever, pizza. It's just a good day to sit back and enjoy the TV. And I usually make it an all day thing too. Like, I mean, the game won't start till what, 6, 6 or 8 or whatever time it starts, and I'll be starting around noon or 1 o'clock. I like to watch all this stuff that's going on, and so yeah, I can't wait for it. It's hoping to be a good game. This is the busiest weekend of the year for chicken wings, by the way, just in case you didn't know that. It's also the most expensive day to have a commercial put on TV. I can't remember what the numbers are now, but I remember I checked into a couple of years ago and it was like $1.2 million for like 30 seconds or 40 seconds or some ridiculous thing. So yeah, it's really expensive to put a commercial on Sunday, but it is like the most watched spectacle around. So I mean, that's a good thing. And who doesn't like a good football game? Okay, I know lots of people don't, but and it's real football, not that funny kick at the black and white ball thing either, right? Maybe remember that. I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about the Mile High Valentines Day present. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on though. Anyway, let's move on from there. Let's get to more headlines. Let's get to some entertainment news. Why not? Joe Rogan seems he's on getting himself in a little bit more trouble these days. He has used the N-word quite often in his podcast, and somebody made a video of like all of them, did a montage of it, of him just saying that word, and it actually embarrassed him, which is cool because it should embarrass him for that. But Joe Rogan just can't get out of the spotlight, right? And that's really, really cool though, because you know what they say, don't you? You know what they say? Really? Do you? Yeah, they say that all publicity is good publicity, right? That means you got their name on your, in your brain. Last week it was what? He was pissed. Last week he got into a fight with who? Neil Young. And Neil threatened to take his music from Spotify if they didn't remove Rogan. Well, Rogan gets paid $100 million to be on there. And how many listens do you get, Neil? Probably not a lot. Don't get me wrong. Neil left Spotify, and I did have a couple of Neil Young songs on my Spotify playlist. I had like, your typical Rockin' in the Free World, Downtown, Sugar Mountain, a couple of songs from when I was younger too that I liked, But yeah, I'm not going to miss the few songs off my playlist. Joni Mitchell also did the same thing. I never liked Joni Mitchell. Not a fan of folk. So yeah, to lose her is no big deal. Now they start taking away people like Green Day and Blink 182 and the Foo Fighters and stuff. I might get a little pissed off, but I think they're all going to be safe for now. Let's get into some Ontario news. That's right. Dougie's on the election path, I guess, because he's put out that they want to get rid of the license stickers that we pay $120 every year to put on our car. It's just a big, huge money grab for the government. More and more and more. They just keep taking all our money, right? So Dougie wants to get rid of that, and anybody who's already paid, he wants to give them a refund for paying for their sticker, which is awesome because I've always thought like we're overtaxed to the max here in Ontario, and it's nice to get something back, I guess. All the years I've been paying this stupid sticker thing. Like, I mean, it doesn't free you from having to have insurance and stuff, but you know what, for $120 you can buy, I don't know, a couple of Happy Meals at Big Mac or something, or at McDonald's, I guess. There's some cheap fast food, or maybe one meal at a good restaurant, or I don't know what $120 will do for us. It'll probably give you a tank of gas though. In fact, in my truck, it might give me a full tank of gas. In my car, it'll give me probably a tank and a half. So, free tank of gas, that's not bad. What's it costing us? Nothing. It's not costing us a thing. Like I said, I think Dougie might be doing this to increase his chances of getting reelected in the fall, but you know what? Who cares? I'm voting for Dougie anyways. I don't really care what anybody thinks either. You know what? That's right. People are entitled to their opinions, and I think Dougie, given what he's had to deal with this pandemic and everything, I don't think he's done that terrible. Anybody in his place would have done just as poorly, so we can't blame the way it's handled on Dougie. All right, let's get to our top story. That's right, the truckers. There. Yeah, the truckers convoy in Ottawa. They call it the Freedom Convoy. And the whole world's watching right now. That's right. What are they fighting for? They're fighting for the end of mandates, right? Not just the vaccinations, all the mandates, okay? Now, I've taken a lot of heat lately because people are pissed off that I haven't picked a side. And yeah, I'm not picking a side. I have been reading both sides of the argument. I have been watching lots and lots and lots of live YouTube feeds from Wellington Street in Ottawa, and I've read all kinds of news. I'm reading all kinds of news articles from CTV, CBC, all those two, MSN, like everybody except Fox, because I don't really watch Fox, except their sports. Their sports are pretty damn good. But yeah, so the big trucker convoy, they're against mandates, plain and simple. It's not just the vaccine mandate. It's about the other mandates that are ruining our freedoms or taking away our freedom. Now, me personally, okay, I don't mind losing some of my freedoms to protect my fellow man. Absolutely don't mind it. Nope. You want us to, wear masks? No problem. It's a pain in the ass, but I mean, we can do it. Holy crap. The Canadian women's hockey team wore N95 masks the entire game against Russia the other night and won 6-1. So you can't tell me the masks are affecting anybody. Sure, these are elite athletes, but they're also playing a game at a pretty big pace, and they were fine wearing their masks. So the mask thing is moot as far as I'm concerned. We've been wearing them for 2 years. Whatever. Would I like to see us not wear them someday? Absolutely. I am tired of wearing a mask. I'm tired of not seeing who people are. But I mean, that's one of the mandates. The other mandates, there are some that I'm against too. It's that whole lockdown shit. The kids being kept out of school. No. I'm not for lockdowns. I'm not for hurting our economy any more than it is. And I'm not for hurting our children any more than it is, because these kids are the ones that are taking it, right? They're not getting to see their friends. They're not getting to hang out. I've talked about this multiple times. And so I'm not for those. I'm just sorry, I'm not. But I mean, there are other parts of the mandate where, am I for any of them? Really? I like the idea of the vaccine. Okay. I've got the vaccine. I'm getting the booster. I know I've said I'm getting the booster more and more, but I am. Things just keep coming up, but I truly am getting the booster, and I will videotape it when I get the booster. But yeah, I believe in the vaccine, but I also believe in the right to one's body to choose what goes into their body or out of their body, whatever. Is it not the same when the abortion thing comes up all the time? Okay. And everybody's screaming, it's my body, my choice. It's true. That's what they say. It's my body, my choice. And I know that, you can't get pregnant by breathing on somebody, but it's still the same kind of thing, right? It's your choice what you put into your body or what you do to your body. It's the same. I forget how long ago it was now, but they wanted to chemically castrate the mentally deficient, I guess. I don't even know what the real word for them is anymore. Sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not sure what the word is, but they wanted to medically castrate them and give the women tubal ligations so that they couldn't reproduce and have, offspring that were the same. And we all said no about that too, because it is their body. So we can't really be screaming at people who are saying that the vaccine is an infringement of their rights of what they put into the body, because it is. To me, I don't care. To me, it's the same as the other two examples I just gave. Yeah. So I've said this too. I've worked with truckers a long time, and I rarely ever saw them in the depot. They always sat in their trucks. It's a very lonely life that they live. So the mandates there. I do think, I know some people are pissed off, but I do think there should be vaccine mandates for airplanes. And that's because we're all in close quarters of the airplanes. And that's the only reason. We're all in close quarters. And that's the only place I feel that. Because for one, too, right? You choose to fly. So what the people of the convoy are fighting for is a choice to be able to go into the States and stuff. Now, like I said, even if we get rid of the mandate for the vaccine, I bet you Biden doesn't. So, this fight is not the fight is no good. You're not going to win. And if you do win, it does, like I mentioned last week or whatever, was that if they get rid of all mandates and you win, what's going to stop this from happening again when somebody starts screaming, you've infringed on my rights, and then in comes the convoys again? That's the part that nobody's getting, or nobody's understanding what I'm saying, is that with the convoys, and if you give in, it's like when you give in to a kid throwing out a temper tantrum. And no, I'm not comparing the truckers as children. I'm just saying that when you give into something, then they expect it all the time, right? Whether it be kids, whether it be an adult, even, you go into your boss, you demand a raise, and they say, yeah, they give you a raise. You say, okay, I'm quitting, or I get a raise, and they give you the raise. Well, that's not a good precedent, because you're going to use that every time, right? So I don't know. It's just bad. It's just bad. It is unfortunate, though, because I've watched both sides of this argument so much. I've been reading mainstream medias like crazy. I've been watching the live videos shot from downtown in Ottawa off Wellington Street. In fact, I'm going there tomorrow night. And I do want to see for myself, because people have said you can't really understand it unless you've been there. Well, no, I cannot. I understand World War II and Vietnam just fine, and I didn't have to be there either. But no, I do want to see it for myself, because I'm interested in it. Everybody is complaining about the racists and I haven't seen a racist flag in any of these live videos. And have there even been racist flags and rebel flags since the first weekend? Has there? I don't know. Today I got somebody got pissed off at me because apparently the truckers are trying to take over the government, overthrow the government. Okay, that's false narrative. There's no way that happens. For one, have you listened to Tamara Litch or Pat King? Have you listened to them talk? Do you think they're capable of taking over our country? No, not at all. Could they run a lemonade stand? Maybe, but they're not taking over the country. That's just my opinion. Again, they might be very, very smart people, but I've listened to them talk, and I don't think they are. So I think it's going to take a little bit more than a group of truckers to take over the Canadian government. That's my thoughts. Trudeau, they're all screaming for Trudeau to come out of hiding. Maybe he should address it. But maybe shouldn't either. Like, why give in to their demands? Again, I don't believe they're terrorists at all. I really don't think they're terrorists. I disagree with the way the truckers are. I believe what they're fighting for in their hearts is true. Okay. I believe that our freedoms are being infringed, and some people aren't okay with that. Me, like I said, personally, I haven't had anything infringed on me that's too bad. But yeah, so I'm getting the whole infringement thing. I don't think they're terrorists, but you don't give in to groups like this either. Sorry, truckers. I don't think Trudeau's going to come and talk to you. I don't think you're going to win. I really don't think you're going to win. But what you've done is okay. The only thing I don't like is the fact that you've been breaking the laws and the bylaws of Ottawa. Yes, you stopped honking your horns at night. Awesome. Great job. That'll make people happy. You're cleaning up your messes. Like, I mean, that doesn't even happen at Blues Fest or any other festival that I've ever seen, or actually any other protest I've ever seen. I've never seen somebody picking up their garbage. So kudos to you guys again. Like, I mean, you're doing the right things to make up for the bad thing. But how about we just get rid of the bad thing? You know, move your truck to somewhere else and go to Parliament Hill and stand there. I don't know. You shouldn't be blocking off Wellington Street with your street vendors and your bouncy houses and everything else. But I mean, that's, again, this is my opinion. I don't think the truckers are bad. I think they came into it frustrated, but you're not the only ones frustrated. Every other Canadian is frustrated with what's going on right now. Me, God, I friggin' hate the government right now. Not enough to, go and not follow the rules, but I hate the government. I was supposed to go to Mexico, leave tomorrow, actually, or Friday, but I was supposed to go to Montreal to get my plane for Friday. And I was supposed to spend Super Bowl weekend in Mexico on the beach, watching a friggin' football game, drinking cervezas and having a good time. But no, because of all this pandemic bullshit, I'm going to be stuck here in the cold. I also thought it'd be pretty cool to be in Mexico with my wife on Valentines Day. That'd kind of be special, but no, that's not happening. So yes, I am pissed off with all this shit. But again, everybody's right. The only argument that I don't like from the anti-vax crowd is that we don't know what's in the vaccine. You're eating hamburgers, sausages, hot dogs, all kinds of other foods. You don't know what's in it either. Some of it actually makes you sick. That's called food poisoning. So I don't know. I'm all for your body, your choice. Like I mentioned with the abortions and everything else. So I'm good with it. I'm okay with the truckers doing what they're doing, except for I wish they wouldn't break the law doing it. That's all. I'm also good with the counter protesters protesting that they want their streets back. I'm also good with those. The only thing I'm not good with is if violence ensues. I'm not good with racism. I'm not good with violence. I just, I like everybody. I don't think you're all going to get together and sing Kumbaya, but who knows? Weirder things have happened, I guess. Now let's talk about why you're fighting and what could have prevented this fight. The government has had this month, really, 3 years of this filthy virus running around. Why haven't our government done enough? Why do we keep running out of hospitals, ventilators, all that other crap? Why can't we take empty businesses, like you got Nortel buildings, you got businesses, big office buildings that go out of business all the time. Why can't we convert those into makeshift hospitals, put the overflow there, take care of everybody. Then you're not worrying about the vaccine, are you? Why aren't we having people in Canada making ventilators? We opened up a new 3M branch, opened in Brockville just recently to make the masks. So why don't we have a company that's making the ventilators? Like, we should be worrying about that instead of giving all our money away to other countries and shit. Maybe we should take care of ourselves, and maybe we should be. So instead of playing defense, why not play offense? You prepare better. Get a company making ventilators. Get businesses that are out of business with giant office buildings and shit. Convert them into hospitals. There is a place for all this overflow of people, and there's no reason why the government shouldn't have picked up on this. 3 years in, come on. You're not learning anything, and quit playing from behind. Get ahead of it for a change. We're all sick of this. Whether you believe in the truckers or not, we're sick and tired of the bullshit that's going on with this goddamn virus. We're getting sick of this virus. We're getting sick of the pandemic. Everybody has just become so punch drunk from it that we can't deal with it anymore. So why can't the government just go ahead and do shit and get to the point where we're ready? Don't quit playing defense. Great defense wins baseball, football, all those games, but you do need offense too. So why not go on to the offensive? Like I said, turn some office buildings into hospitals, get a company that makes ventilators or multiple companies that make ventilators. Like I said, 3M did it very, very quickly. They're up and running and making masks because there was a call for it. Now, why can't we have a call for ventilators? Why can't we have a call for more nurses or nurses' aides or whatever you need to run these places too? It's controllable, folks. It really, really is controllable. I don't think the government is doing enough. Maybe it's the red tape, but I find that they seem to be able to throw money to foreign countries when they need help for other stuff. But what about our help? What about our sanity? You could also get to the point where you got your homeless people could use these office buildings and convert them into homeless shelters or whatever. But right off the bat, we need to combat this. So why aren't we finding a place for overflow for the hospitals and our own ventilators? Again, why aren't we making our own vaccines or coming up with more ways to make the vaccines or more ways to protect our folks? It's possible. I think it is. The government's just spent so much time playing defense that they're not getting how to go to offense. I don't know. It's food for thought, really, I think. Anyways, yeah. So if you don't like the fact that I haven't picked a side and you don't want to stay subscribed to my channel, fine. It's your choice. I'm finding the best of both worlds here. I see good on both sides. I saw the Nazi thing. I've been looking through all the videos that I've seen of the Nazis, for Nazi memorabilia or whatever that shit, flags and crap. And I haven't seen it since the first day. So I still believe it's a media plant. I do believe they're media plants, and I am far from a conspiracy theorist. I like something straightforward. I'm not conspiracy whatever minded, but yeah, I think that was a media plant, and that's why it drove people away. Anyway, this is Duane, the booze and blogger from Duane's World, doing another podcast. You do remember the difference between the podcast and the blog, right? Monday, Fridays is the blog, which is 4 to 5 minutes long, one topic. The podcast is half an hour, 45 minutes, multiple topics. You can watch all of them on YouTube, or if you just want to run your Spotify or Apple, you can listen to it on there, either the podcast part. So take care of yourselves. Like I said, give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm tired of all the bullshit and the dividing of of us, because that's what this pandemic's been, is we've been divided so long. It's time to like stand as one. Is it stand with the truckers or stand against the truckers? I don't know. I really don't. All I know is that they're not all bad people, and all the people protesting aren't bad people. You make up your own mind. You get vaccinated, get your booster, make up your own mind. It is your body. So take care of yourselves. Subscribe to my channel. That's right, subscribe. And I will be back next week. Anyway, have yourselves a great week. The rest of the week, enjoy your weekend. And remember the most important thing in life. Don't be a fucking asshole!